Happy Monday. Happy Coffee Talk Monday from the office of Dr. Michelle. Drinking my coffee, enjoying my morning, the sun is shining, all things to feel grateful for, and I absolutely do. What one thing do you care the most about? I had an interesting conversation this week with one of my clients, one of my young clients, 14 years old. And we were talking about her sport and how much her sport meant to her. Everything. Like, if it went away, oh my gosh, what would I do? Who would I be? This is a very common thing for most of us, whether it be work or school or sport or acting or singing or relationships. We find that one thing that we get enmeshed in. And once we're in it, whether it's good or bad, it's hard to figure out whether or not that's the thing that you should continue to do. And it's also hard to be involved, get involved with other things. Yeah? I don't know if you've been there, but I've been there many times. You know what happens when one thing is kind of your central focus, is the thing that you do, is your identity, is your everything? Gosh, when I just said that right now, to sort of hit a chord. What happens is you rely on that one thing for everything. Love, validation, security. Everything relies on that one thing. And there are a lot of challenges with that. One is that, if it goes away, then what? So one of the solutions for that is to really have more than one thing that brings you joy and happiness and something else that you're good at. This was part of the conversation the other day with one of my clients. What are your strengths? What else do you want to do? What else do you have the potential to be good at? Now that can be scary because then you have to go and find things and try them and hope that you're good at them. Another thing that happens when you just have this one thing is that there is a lot of stress and pressure on that one thing because that's it. So if you're not good at that one thing, then you're not good, right? That one thing carries all of the value of who you are as a person. If I'm not good at that, then I'm not a good person. If I make mistakes there, then I'm not good at it. One thing carries a lot of weight. When we are multifaceted people, there are a lot of things we can love and be good at and be even great at. So many things. Another important concept here is this law of potentiality. We see this glimmer of hope in this one thing. We see this glimmer of perfect in this one thing. And we go, oh my gosh, okay. I can see where I can be perfect at this. So if I just keep putting in the time and the effort and the energy and the money and I'm not going to go down that path because there is no such thing as perfect. But it is hard when we see these glimmers to not chase the shiny object. It is. To not chase it and to think that there's potential here to be perfect. And then when you chase something, again, like relationships, sport, job, whatever it is, when you start chasing it, it's like, oh, I can't let go because I just saw that glimmer of hope over there, that glimmer of potential, that glimmer of perfect. Oh my God, right? Yeah. It's hard to put all your eggs in one basket, and it's really not recommended. It's great when you can live more of a multi-dimensional life and find as many things as you want to be passionate about. But this resistance to try to be perfect in one thing is hard. Puts a lot of pressure on that thing, puts a lot of pressure on you to be perfect at that thing. So much better to spread it out a little bit. And my very astute young client said, what if I am not good at anything else? And I said, well, we've just listed out all of your strengths. So it seems to me that you are good just the way you are. Which means that whatever you choose to do, you'll probably be pretty good at. So the last thing I want to say today is this need to be good at this one thing. It's partly about us, but it's also partly about like outside factors, outside people wanting and needing to get this love and validation from the outside versus getting it from the inside. And that was a new concept for my client, and it was a really good conversation to talk about how do I get what I need from here versus out here. So what is that one thing? What is your one thing? And with that one thing, do you feel a lot of stress and pressure around it because it's the one thing? Is it the way that you get your love and validation? How do you get that from the inside? Are there other things that you've wanted to try and just haven't? Or are there other things that you've done in the past that you want to go back to that did make you feel good about yourself? Resisting putting a stranglehold on one thing, it's just not the best option. So my recommendation for you is to do a little bit of soul searching this week. What is it about this one thing? And what can I do to open myself up a little bit so that I don't just have one thing, that I start to have a couple of things, a few things. This is Dr. Michelle coming at you. Happy Coffee Talk Monday. I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.